Hello and welcome to
Wake Up Missoula. Good morning, everyone.
Sorry about blasting you guys in the ears because we have a great show for you guys today. We have a guest from the elections office just waiting in the wing for us. We got a lot of great videos. We had an interview. Josh had an interview the other day.
Yes.
We're going to show that a little bit later.
We've got some events. I have some events for today and tomorrow.
We've got some city council action.
Perfect.
Action.
City Council.
Dun, dun, dun.
Talk
Monday.
Yes.
And not to mention, there's a lot of stuff going on today for City Council because Wednesdays when they have their public meetings.
Wednesday.
Is when they hit everything hard and just say, what does this mean? And it's like, well, it means this. It's like, I don't get it. It was like, let me explain to it like a child.
Yep. That's pretty much what they do.
Meeting after meeting on Wednesday really is
It's just trying to clear things up for everybody to understand what's going on, which is great.
Yeah.
And we also have flagship video today. I'm going to show a flagship video today and on Friday because this is the last week of my last flagship. So I have two different flagship things. Last week was our last week of Washington Middle School.
Okay.
And this week is our last week of Hellgate High School.
Hellgate High School. I like those sound effects you made.
Yeah, what was that?
There's a little Chevy Chase for you guys.
Little Chevy Chase, all right.
All right, so I'm just going to show this quick little video. We'll talk a little bit more about stuff, then I'll tell you what else.
Oh, is this the flagship video?
Yeah.
Cool.
These kids are so funny. They really are. They do such a good job.
All right.
Oh, man.
Hilarious.
It was its own thing, and
Oh man.
Oh man.
Those kids are so funny. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
All right. Oh, I mean, a couple things I want to mention before I show from the vault and we bring out our first guest is that I do want to talk about our summer camps that are coming up.
Okay.
I won't show you this time, but I think I have it memorized.
Yeah.
June 16th through the 20th, we have our very first camp for our beginners. I like to just call it for beginners. We're gonna go on tours Wednesday and Thursday one day we'll go to television stations and the other one we'll go to radio stations.
Very cool.
To just show kids what it's like to be in professional broadcast and then basically kind of like teach them. And MCAT's a great place to start, like from the very bottom, and if you don't know anything about it, you won't get yelled at because it's just like a nice,
relaxed,
great environment where you can just like, study cameras and just be like, oh, I can totally get this. If you know of anyone who's interested in film cinematography, get involved with MCAT, knows of some people who are doing it.
Right? 9 to 13?
Yeah,
For
the
age?
summer camp's 9 to 13, but also tonight is our orientation. So I want to harp a lot on that.
Yeah.
Orientation is every second Wednesday of the month. We do orientation for the community to come down and be part of MCAT.
Yeah, and you can rent this studio if you want. You can rent any camera, and it only costs $25 annual fee. So it's amazing.
It is amazing.
It's an awesome resource to get involved
You can
with.
make your own TV.
Yeah,
I mean, basically for free.
for free. Well,
cool.
$25. But
A year. $20
But basically.
A year, though.
Yeah, a year.
It's less than the Costco card fee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're capable.
Yeah, I think it's a great opportunity, and the summer camps are another great way for kids to get involved. It's $100, but you get a whole entire week of fun, activities, making movies, and it's all project-based. Everyone creates what they have, and we all show it together that Friday, and it's just a great old show. Our next camp is Animation Camp that runs July 7th through the 11th, and then our last camp is July 28th through the 31st of August, and that's our big movie making camp.
Yeah.
And we're also doing Boys and Girls Club in August. So
okay.
Which one?
Just Boys and Girls Club in general.
Okay.
There's like a whole bunch of them. Each week is like a whole new group of kids.
Oh, perfect.
And
What goes on at the animation camp?
Animation camp, I'm glad you asked that. Well, it's basically we teach them how to use stop animation. So it's yeah, I mean, like, if you don't know what stop animation is, it is you have an object, you take a picture of it, you move it slightly, take another picture, and you make a sequence of items where it looks like it's moving in a certain order, all without seeing your hand.
Like Gumby.
Like Gumby.
Like Gumby, or that old Wallace and Gromit.
Oh God,
Remember
I love that show.
Or that Peter Gabriel video.
Or a lot of Tim Burton films.
Oh yeah.
A lot of Tim Burton films are stop animation.
Oh yeah. What Halloween? That Halloween movie?
The Nightmare
Before Christmas. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and
That's it.
my favorite show is on YouTube, and it's called The Most Popular Girls in School, and it's Barbies, and they use stop animation, and it's hilarious.
Awesome.
It's hilarious. Yeah.
How would you get the Barbies to even like stand up and
I don't
do
even
emotions?
know. I don't
Not that
know.
I would know that.
But they do a great job. It's like the high school cheerleader squad is being overtaken by hipsters, so they need to like get back to their cheerleading selves and take down the hipsters. Yeah, it's pretty damn funny.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it really
Cool.
is.
All right.
Sweet. Well.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna bring in our guest, but for right now, I'm gonna show you a little from the vault video. And
From the vault.
Is
From the
Art
vault.
Museum of Missoula back in the 90s when they actually called it Art Museum of Missoula. So
Awesome.
if you don't correct me because this is right at this time.
Okay. Cool.
Welcome to the Art Museum. My name is Stephen Gluckert, and I'm the curator here at the museum. And we have 4 very exciting shows at the Art Museum. I think now we can walk into the main gallery and take a look at some of the prints that we have on loan from the Junt Art Museum in Spokane. Well, we're excited and pleased with this exhibition that's in the main gallery at the Art Museum, and there are 55 screen prints here that we have borrowed from the Junt Art Museum at Gonzaga University. And we selected these prints, and there's a real art history lesson. There's also a history of screen printing. So not only examining the medium, but also the things that touched American lives and American artists from 1939 till present. This is a piece by Will Barnett. And as we walk through, we see that these are all really different, but they're reflective of our American roots. They really attempted to emulate painting or the handmade, and you'll sense that you can feel these little brush strokes or these little ink-like lines. There's a whole slew of activities related to these exhibits, and I hope that you'll contact the Art Museum and participate and come down and join us and enjoy yourselves. We'll see you at the Art Museum of Missoula, 335 North Patty.
Right now. Hello and welcome back. We have Mary Ann Lemon, and she's here to talk about elections that are coming up. And yeah, I'll just leave it at that. What are the main topics you want to harp on?
Great. So primary ballots have went out. If you are on the absentee list, you should have gotten your ballots in the mail. And so I just want to kind of talk a little bit about how to vote your ballots. You should be getting 2 different ballots in the mail, a Democratic and a Republican. You vote one. You either vote Republican or Democratic.
I think the biggest discrepancy that people have is this, if you vote one or the other, you're labeled one or the other.
Exactly. Now, we don't keep track. Of course, we can't tell how you voted by any way, so we don't know which one you voted. So you don't have to worry about being labeled, and Montana doesn't keep track of parties.
That's good.
So you don't have to worry about that. Make sure that when you're filling it out, you do fill in the ovals all the way for the parties that you are wanting to vote for, and make sure that you don't mark anywhere else on the ballot. Then, when you're done, put the voted ballot in the blue secrecy envelope and the unvoted ballot in the unvoted party ballot, and then put all of it into your green envelope and send it back to the elections office. Note, it does take 69 cents in postage to send these back to us, not just the regular one stamp. So, if you're not on the absentee list and you want to get your ballot prior to June 3rd, definitely get your absentee requests into us ASAP. As soon as we get that, we will get a ballot sent out to you that you can vote absentee.
So let's imagine I'm sleeping in or whatever. I wake up in a cold sweat and I wonder to myself, wait, why haven't I got my ballot yet? So what do I do when that happens?
What do? You give us a call at the elections office. 406-258-4751 is our phone number. Give us a call. We'll look you up. We'll see, one, if you're on the absentee list. If you're not, we can certainly get you on that. You just have to fill out a quick little form. Or if you don't want to do that, you can go to the polls June 3rd and just vote at the polls.
Great. You just, that's a procrastinator's dream, is just to wait until the last minute to go to the polls.
Now, if you are signed up for absentee and you decide you have to vote your absentee ballot. So if you get an absentee ballot, that's the one you have to vote. If you're not on absentee, you can go to the polls. So that procrastination thing,
totally possible.
Totally possible, but
is there a way,
make sure you vote that one if you're on the absentee.
Also, is there a way, if you don't know the number, and if people can't remember the number, is there a way we can go online?
Absolutely.
And do all this stuff?
Absolutely. I have found that our website's a little long, so Google Missoula County and then go to departments and elections. And our elections page is very, very expansive. It's got a ton of stuff on it. You can track your ballot. You can see who's running. There's a ton of information on the elections website.
So would that be the place where you'd go if you didn't know exactly what you were voting on? Like if you didn't know who the candidates were? And
No.
Okay.
We don't put any sort of candidate. We put who is running, but there's no information on the candidates.
Okay.
We're totally non-partial. So if you're looking for information, definitely Google or search those candidates themselves and get the information that way. We don't put that kind of information on the website.
So you stay totally neutral when
it comes to that sort of stuff.
So I'm looking at your sheet, I'm glancing at it, and I see Fairgrounds late registration. Could you talk about the dates and the time
of course,
late
absolutely.
registration?
So if you are not registered, or if you've moved, or you have some sort of issue that has happened since the last election, we do have late registration set up at the Fairgrounds headquarters. you follow all the signs as you turn in on South. There's lots of them. Regular hours are 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. But there will be some extended hours on May 21st. We'll be open it's a Wednesday. It'll be open from 8 to 7 o'clock at night. And then again on May 28th from 8 to 7. There'll also be a short little day on a Saturday from 8 to 1 on May 31st. We will be closed Memorial Day, though, for the holiday.
Definitely, yeah.
Okay.
So there is some extended hours, but it's open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, all the way up until Election Day.
That's great.
So you can still vote on Election Day if you are not registered by going into the fairgrounds and doing late registration. But be prepared, there might be a bit of a line, so it's better to get done now.
Yeah, absolutely.
I look at you thinking, let's talk about the next segment before we go. The local government review, is this?
Correct. This local government review, in statute, it states that every 10 years, it has to go to the voters to see if the voters would like to have a local government review done of the election process and that sort of thing. If that passes and the voters say, yes, we want a review to happen, the review committee members will be on the ballot for us to vote on in the general election in November.
Okay.
So, and that's in Montana code. The language is a little odd on the ballots, and we've gotten a lot of phone calls about the language, and we took that straight out of the code. So
Okay.
That's why the language is a little bit legalese and
Yeah.
a little hard to understand.
Yeah.
I think we better wrap up.
Okay.
Is there anything else you'd like to say?
No, we just, if you have any questions, feel free to call us. We'll definitely look you up, definitely go through the process, and please get out there and vote. That's what we want to see.
I've got
That's
one question.
awesome.
For those that don't remember, what are these elections for? Like, what are they electing?
Oh, this is
June?
primary. The big ones locally are going to be sheriff, justice of the peace, but you're also doing primaries for your state legislature and all of the state level items as well.
Okay.
Very cool.
Great.
Okay?
All right. Well, thanks for
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you guys so much for having us. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
This is Mary Ann Lemon with the Elections Office.
Thank
Remember, get out the vote.
Get out and vote. Yes, thank you.
All right, we have a couple PSAs, and we'll be right back right after this.
MCAT is putting on a free concert. Come down to Stage 112 and see bands The Hasslers, Boys,
I've climbed that spiral staircase. I've been riding all night. I got
Hunter and the Gatherers, and Comatose Smile. Join us at Stage 112, Saturday the 24th at 10 p.m. to see your favorite bands. You must be 18 and over to attend.
Welcome back. Noelle's got a couple of entry on stuff. Go ahead.
Okay, so for Wednesday, there is a glass fusing orientation class at the Zootown Arts Community Center. The ZAC is located on the north side next to the Kettle House. This is from 6 to 7:30 this evening. There's an intro class covering the kindling process, slumping, fusing, mold making, and glass aftercare. And once you've attended, you can work in the glass fusing studio anytime. This orientation is always the second Wednesday of every month, and it's $15 plus the cost of glass. You can go to zootownarts.org for more classes and like more schedule stuff. And I want to show you some photos of some sweet glass. Yeah, so that's what glass fusing looks like. It's pretty cool. And then I have another picture too. Yeah.
Nice lily pads.
Yeah, glass fusing is pretty cool. So this orientation will just show you like all the basics about it. And you can go into their studio after you learn. So that's pretty neat. Yeah, that's this evening.
Okay, also is the Indigenous Cinema Night at the Roxy. These are short films made by Native American filmmakers. Filmmakers include Brooke Swaney, Robert Hall, and Lillian Alvarez. This is at the Roxy Theater. You can go to roxytheater.org for more information. It's got more info on the films being shown and the filmmakers. The movies are Okay, Breathe, Ariel by Brooke Swaney, Res Dogs by Robert Hall, and Woman's Song by Lillian Alvarez. And again, the roxytheater.org has like all the information about the filmmakers and these movies. And so that'll be tonight at 7 p.m. at the Roxy.
Very cool.
There is also, pretty neat. There's also Jazz Night at the Top Hat with the Basement Boys. That is tonight, 7 p.m., all ages, and it's free.
I just gotta say, is like I love that this community is coming back with jazz. It's
Yeah, me too.
There's so much more jazz now. It's not just subject to Battle Under on Sunday nights.
Yeah.
But Top Hat's now bringing some jazz back.
Monks has Jazz Night on Mondays.
Cool.
So it's like Sunday, Monday, Wednesday nights. You just get your jazz fill. Yeah, pretty nice. Also, this evening is trivia at the Broadway at 7, and then trivia at the Press Box at 8:30. And then karaoke at the Badlander at 9, and open mic night at the Dark Horse. So that's what's going on this evening. Up next, we've got events for Thursday. Tomorrow is a alumni reunion celebration. This goes from the 15th until the 17th. And so the University of Montana Alumni Association invites you to travel back to campus for a special 3-day event to revisit your old stomping grounds, reunite with fellow alums, and finally remember your time at UM. Alumni celebrating their 50th or greater class anniversary will be inducted into the Montana Treasures Group, and we invite all the alumni to be honored right alongside the class of 2014 during the spring commencement ceremony. Yeah, so that's this weekend, the 15th to the 17th. This weekend is graduation, and so they're also having a little celebration for all the alumni. There are a lot of events going on over the next couple days for this, and there's like a lot of tours, walks, hikes, dinners. You can check out the event page for this on MissoulaEvents.net for like the full schedule of what's going on, because it's a lot, but it looks like it'll be fun. Go visit back your glory days. Yeah. Also, the Missoula Public Library has opened a bike station outside of the Front Street entrance.
Cool. Nice.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great resource. This is a bike stand they have a bike stand for simple repairs, as well as a vending machine that'll give you bike products. And there's also one by the bus station downtown. So now we'll have 2 downtown, which is awesome. So this was at 12:30 tomorrow is the ribbon cutting, and there'll be a couple speakers. But yeah, it's a great resource for all the bikers in Missoula. Now have a couple of repair stations downtown, so that's really nice. Yeah. And then the Media Arts Expo at the Roxy. This will be from 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. This is quite a long time. It's a 2-day showcase of top movies, animation, sound design, gaming, 3D printing, live performances, and interactive installations from undergrads and graduate students. So that's this tomorrow and Friday from 2 p.m. to 11. So check that out. That'll be good.
Yeah,
and
3D printing really stands out to me. I'm like, 3D printing?
Yeah, well, it's so
I'm
cool.
still kind of nerding out about 3D printing. Just like,
3D
Me too.
And there's also this really cool TED Talk about 4D printing, but I'll get into it later.
What's
4D printing?
4D printing? Well, 4D printing is where you print something and it automatically makes itself after. Like, you have an item or whatever, and it goes to shape. But the concept is fairly new, so it's still a blob turning into something.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So, also tomorrow is the 25th annual John Ruffido Business Plan Competition. This starts at 4:30, and it is at the University of Montana. And this features like business plans from all these different students at the university, and they can win quite a bit of money to help start their businesses. Yeah, so that starts tomorrow. And then also tomorrow night, there's music at the Top Hat, Sunrise Saloon, Stage 112, Palace, and Badlander. And there's open mic at the Broadway and Sean Kelly's. Yeah.
Very
so
cool.
Those are the events for tonight and tomorrow.
Very
Oh
good.
yeah, and we have an event that's coming up too.
Yes,
I know
that's-
it's the 24th, but
Yeah.
we like to harp on it because we're sponsoring it. So
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
and I think it's gonna be a great show. We have, I just showed the PSA. not
Yeah,
too
it's a
long
little
ago.
concert at
and if you
Stage
got-
112.
Yeah,
Stage
we
112,
got the
May 24th.
Hasslers, Comatose Smile,
Hunter and the Gatherers.
Boys, and Hunter and the Gatherers. Yeah.
Yeah. And
So we
it's
got a
free.
lineup that's gonna be great.
Yeah, it's gonna be free, 18 and up.
So that'll be
Who
fun.
could ask for more? You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone always has those 18 to 20 years old. 20-year-olds are like, oh,
Oh, I can't do anything.
I can't do anything. Can you just stay here? And like, no.
No. We have an adult life to live.
We have an
We have
adult
21
life.
plus life to live.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really funny. It's a 21 plus life to live. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right, so it's up to you, Josh. Do you want to talk about city council stuff, or do you want to show the Comatose Smile interview?
Let's show the interview.
All right.
Yeah.
So this is a
See the
little interview, a little highlight of Comatose Smile. And Josh got a chance to sit down with them, and we'll go right to it.
Comatose Smile is here with us in the MCAT studios. How's it going, guys?
Good. It's going
really great.
Great. Well, my first question is, how did you guys come up with your name?
I had at the time just showed the band one of my new songs. It was called Comatose Smile, and that's actually now Solstice of No Sun. And that song, we just got a text message from our at the time manager, and he said, why not name it Comatose Smile? Because I've been asking kids around campus and they say it sounds really cool and it kind of sticks with you. And so we all just kind of agreed on that.
Or how many albums do you have?
Just one. Yeah. We have one album. We have a second one in the works, and we're just about to throw out an EP for something fun in the meantime. You hear the song and you picture a stadium full of people and a bunch of lighters and a bunch of candlelight. And so I cranked the reverb up on Winston's vocals in this really dramatic and intimate bridge section. We all kind of looked at each other. We all got a spark. We're like, yeah, we're going to be a band.
We just kind of play what we feel.
Sometimes it's a mixture of like country licks and rock, and then sometimes it's psychedelic jams. It's all over the place.
Where everyone's all about being an indie rocker and doing whatever kind of crazy music you want to do and stuff. So all of our influences come from drastically different places. These guys are born and raised in Townsend, Montana. The population's like what? 1,500 people. Right. So they come over with this epic, like old country influenced kind of music, like the outlaw country. Cash sounding guitar song from these guys. He put some goofy 70s keyboard thing on it. I like Paul McCartney and Roger Waters' bass playing. I idolize it, so I try to play just like those guys. And so it's easy for what we think could be a country song to morph into something that's really
go
not
from, like,
country.
Hank Williams Jr. sounding to like 90s Sonic Youth.
And so, I mean, it's just kind of, we like to play music, and we like to play music together. So whatever we can come up with as a unit is what we're gonna put out for people.
And we're just trying our best to like document the experience of this time in our lives as truthfully as possible through songs. And that kind of changes every day, which is probably why the music changes and the topics change, you know.
I think there's a general vibe to our sound. I mean, for the most part, like, I mean, when you listen to our first album, it all sounds like Comatose Smile, but like it's still all over the place musically, I mean.
And then if you can see us 2 months later play the same song, it's
Probably
a
kinda
totally
different.
different song.
It allows the song to evolve through playing it.
To
And
really blossom, because you can get like the crowd vibe. We're just a bunch of buddies, and we have a band, and we get to perform for people. So this is really fun and awesome. And then I get more excited once we're on stage than when we actually book a gig, you know. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's the best feeling in the world for me. And I think that's what makes it really good for us, is that we all get that same twinkle in our eye every time we get to play.
I'm self-taught mostly, but I've had a few teachers. Daryl Casey out of Helena. He was one of my favorite teachers. Definitely learned a lot.
Well, how excited are you guys to play this show coming up?
It's gonna be awesome.
Super pumped.
Yeah, I am beyond excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be really cool to have have it documented too. It's nice to be able to watch yourself and kind of learn from that.
We're going to be playing a few new songs that we haven't played in front of people before at this next show because we haven't done much for shows lately. We've just been writing and trying to put together some recordings.
It's got to be really cool to play a gig with like some really great other local bands too.
Yeah, definitely.
Alongside these other names. At Stage 112 is a great venue. Like all around, we think that this is just really neat.
I just want to say, like, thanks to MCAT.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
For sure.
I'm here with Comatose Smile, and they will be performing at our MCAT concert, which is going to be Saturday, May 24th. And it's going to be awesome. So thank you very much for watching this.
Cool.
right,
Great interview, Josh.
You guys are great, yeah.
They seemed super nice.
Yeah.
Cool, I'm excited.
Yeah, that was a really fun interview. I had about 20 questions that I came up with before the interview and kind of went through them all. And
That's,
Yeah.
Nice.
That's the short version of the interview.
Yeah.
It's a whole bunch. We're going to show the full thing on the concert too. We're going to have everything lined up. We're going to have a projector screen so we can show multimedia video.
Do you guys know what kind of multimedia video we're going to be showing?
Well, we're going to be multi-video.
The interview, of course.
Yeah, the interviews. We're going to be showing those in between sets.
We're going to be showing the slogans of all the people who were involved, like all the band logos, our logos, even Gigi.
Yeah.
Yep.
Broadcaster.
They're the ones that can be streaming us online.
Cool. Yeah. This is so exciting.
So I know it's gonna be awesome. I'm shaking. But you're gonna be a Sasquatch. Huh?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to Sasquatch next week.
Because.
And I'm
that's
beyond excited. Okay, City Council.
Okay, City Council stuff. So I'm just gonna let you listen to this, but John Wilkins weighs in on his opinion about the special districts unit. So let's hear from John Wilkins.
So I've been getting a lot of phone calls from about the special tax district, the public safety district that is being proposed, and a few questions that I'd like to answer tonight. What is a sunset? I've been asked that numerous times. Well, a sunset is when something ends, and that's not in the proposal for this. There's no sunset. Of course, most people know what a cap is, but I've still been asked that question, what a cap is, and I tell them, well, that's a limit that you can raise it every year. There's a set limit, like what happens with our regular taxes. There's a cap on that. I'd like to say some of the comments that I've heard, that everybody that I've talked to that's called me, and let me tell you, there's been so many that I've lost track how many, all want to support the police and the fire department and the court system, and especially the police department. I hear that all the time. They don't think this is the way to do it. So I ask them a question. If this isn't the way to do it, would you go for a public safety building? And the public safety building, when we looked at it, before the economy took the dive, I think we're looking at like $22 million. And the response that I'm getting from people is...
So that's John Wilkins, and he is kind of against the special districts unit. But Kind of. He's very against it. Yeah, very against it. But we're going to hear from Jason Weiner, who is for the special districts unit, and this is kind of his counter argument to what John Wilkins had to say. So let's listen to that.
Thanks. I haven't got nearly the volume of phone calls that John has, but I think it's important to address the idea that somehow a bond is going to fix the needs that the Public Safety and Justice District is designed to meet. A bond, which would, as you propose, pay for a building that's 4 times what the police department says it needs and cost, still wouldn't meet the needs of the fire department when it comes to equipment replacement, nor would it meet the need of the police department to provide adequate protection to victims of sexual and domestic violence. Wouldn't do either of those things under any circumstances, and I've heard no counter proposal on how we do fund those very evident needs, and short of a counter, I'm going to do what has to be done in order to meet those basic obligations. The other thing, we've had plenty of discussion about how much the budget has gone up between 2005 and 2014. It has gone primarily up in order to meet the salaries and benefits of police and firefighters. During that time, the police and firefighter personnel budgets have increased a combined $9.5 million. That is more than the amount that City Council has raised taxes through raising the levy and creating the districts combined, which has raised about $8.5 million over the same period. So, it's no surprise if you look at where the city budget goes, what it's going to pay for. Public safety is our #1 priority. It is the source of the growth in the city budget. And anyone who says that they support police and fire ought to support decent wages and benefits for them. Short of this district, we're not going to be able to keep providing those. And if you want to look retrospectively at what we've been paying for, it's been precisely that. Contracts that I'll note were adopted unanimously by council.
Okay, so that was Jason Weiner. So basically, that was the debate over the special districts unit. It's still going on. There's going to be a vote for it, but if you want to weigh in your opinion on the special districts unit, you can always go onto our Facebook page and give your opinion.
Yeah, is this the protest period right now?
Yes, the protest period is going on, and you can vote for it on the primary ballot. So. Oh, great. Yeah.
Great.
So I have more quotes from City Council, but if you want to wrap up the show, we can. Feel free to.
It's up to you. If you feel like a quote is something that you really want to leave the show on, that would be great.
Okay, well, they basically, the other issue that they talked about was repairing sidewalks, and basically what they were saying is that it's easier to do it now because of a levy than it was back in the day when they had to vote on each individual sidewalk repair.
Oh, wow.
So, we can see a clip from that.
Thank you. First off, I move that the City Council adopt a resolution confirming the final ordering of curb and sidewalk improvements, Project 10-027, South 3rd Street West, Phases 1 and 2 from Russell to Schilling, and I'll speak to it.
So he's introducing the resolution here.
Basically, this
but,
and the...
Here they are debating about it, so let's listen to what they have to say.
Although this project isn't in my ward, I think it's really a citywide project in the sense that we will be continuing our multimodal approach towards our focus inward growth policy. And I really think it's a time for celebration. I'm very pleased to see this come forward.
Okay.
Further discussion?
And then we have Jason Weiner who
Ed's comments reminded me of what it used to be like to order in curb and sidewalk, and in case you weren't on the council at that time, we're having kind of a short meeting. You should go back to the vault, maybe look at the east half of Lolo Street. They were some of the worst meetings that you'll ever sit through. So we fixed things, and we don't have a room full of people yelling at us. It's the evidence.
So there's a testimony to the fact that it's a lot easier for City Council to repair sidewalks than it used to be. Probably because people were saving money. It's all. Yeah. So that was pretty much all that they debated over at City Council. The rest of the meetings are actually happening today, so we'll have more of that.
Logistics meeting mostly.
Yeah. Well, there's public works. There's all kinds of meetings going on today. There's about 5 meetings. So.
And you can find all this information, like we did. On the website.
Yes.
Yep. All public.
What is that website again? That's like cimissoula.mt.gov.
Yeah. If you just Google City of Missoula or Missoula, this will come up, and yeah.
Your Ed's comment.
Oh, that's weird. Okay. So.
You're right. I know.
Solution. There you go. I just turned down the volume. Okay. So. There's just going to be a lot going on. Like, the election's going to be big this year. So you got sheriff, you got the special district. The police and firefighters are looking to get more money.
Yeah. And it seemed, we can't give our opinion, but you can give your opinion on our Facebook page. So tell us what you think of all these things that they're voting on.
Yeah. And that's it for our show. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Be sure to check us out online. We'll be on YouTube. All you just have to do is look up Wake Up Missoula on YouTube, Google, all that stuff. We're all over the place. Don't worry about it. So for Wake Up Missoula, I'm Scott Ramf.
I'm Noelle McAvoy.
And I'm Josh Finney.
And have a great day, everyone, and we'll see you Friday morning.